back to my corner of the internet. I am Shannon, and today I've got a different type of video to share with you guys. I just finished a couple of days ago the Dexter New Blood series that aired on Showtime, and here in Canada you could watch it on Crave if you don't have cable, and I just needed to give it a couple days to let it sink in, and then I wanted to come and share my thoughts. So if you have not seen the finale, don't watch this video because we're going to be talking fully talking about the spoilers, and I don't want to ruin anything for anybody. I watched the original Dexter, of course, back when it aired. I enjoyed it. I was very disappointed in the finale. So that's just to let you know where my mind was going into the new season. I was thrilled to see Michael C. Hall again. I think he's a very talented actor. I love him a lot. So I went into this hoping that we would get closure. And we did, in my opinion. So now I know there are a lot of vast, varying, different opinions on this. Some people loved it. Some people absolutely hated it. So let's talk about it. And just know these are just my thoughts, what I took from it, what I got from it. Share yours in the comments down below. I would love to know if you loved it, if you hated it. What did you think of the original ending from, you know, the original run of Dexter? So first of all, I went into this hoping that it would just be one season. I didn't want a full reboot with multiple seasons. I just wanted one. I wanted to see where Dexter was, see how he was doing, see what was new. And that's what we got. I enjoyed the season a lot. Every time an episode would end, I was very sad I didn't have more I could immediately watch. And I thought that episode 9 was a masterpiece. It was so good when we get that scene where Dexter's in his old kill shirt and he's talking about that clown and he's talking to us and then he boops his little clown nose. Loved that. That was so good. And then we get to the finale, and going into it, you know, I had some theories, I had some hopes, and I didn't know where they were going to go with it. So, right off the bat, now that we've all seen it, we know that Dexter dies, which I was fine with. I wanted closure, and boy, that's closure. I liked how at the very end we got to hear the letter that Dexter had sent to Hannah in regards to Harrison. I liked that Harrison was able to hear, you know, that his father loved him but felt that it was for the best that he stay far away from him. I liked that, you know, he said, unless you start noticing that Harrison has dark tendencies like I do, keep him away from me. But then we know Hannah dies. Harrison finds this letter. And throughout the season, we see that Harrison does have some dark tendencies. But what we don't know, and what Harrison doesn't know either in the beginning, is that they're not like Dexter's. Harrison has some rage, some, you know, aggressive behavior, but it's as we get closer to the end, we learn, as Harrison does, that it's not the same thing. And we see him become horrified by his father. At first, when Dexter tells Harrison about it, you know, Harrison's like, okay, yes, you're saving people. Look at all the good that you're doing. And Harrison needs to hinge his hopes on that Dexter is doing this for the greater good, using his rage to help people and to make the world a better place. But as time goes on, we see we've always known, but Harrison sees that it runs deeper than that for Dexter. My only big wish, the only thing I would have hoped that happened differently, is I wish that it had been a little longer, maybe 1 or 2 episodes longer. I wish we had more time to see Harrison see Dexter for what he was. I wish we had more time, just more time for them to develop that relationship post Dexter telling him about what he is and what he does. I wish it was sort of more of a slow burn as Harrison sees Dexter. I wish we got to see more of him being horrified, maybe another 1 or 2 kills where Harrison's like, what the hell, I'm not like this. And it also would give us time to see Dexter like that, because of course through the first series run, we see Dexter through Dexter's eyes, that romanticized version of him that he shows us. And we're fully on his side. It's how, you know, whenever a cop gets close to figuring out Dexter, we root for Dexter to be able to outwit this cop, because we want Dexter to win. Because we see Dexter through his own eyes. And I wish we had had more time for us to see through Harrison's eyes. Maybe we would have rooted a little more for Dexter to come to the fate that he does at the end. But overall, I was satisfied with it. Like I said, I didn't want a second season. I certainly didn't want a second season from Harrison's point of view. That character doesn't have the charisma and the charm that Dexter does to keep us engaged, I feel like. Probably because he's a kid, but still. Yeah, so my biggest complaint is it felt really rushed at the end, and I wish we got to see more of how ugly it really is. The way that Harrison did. First, we could see him getting squeamish when they were killing Kurt, but then once Dexter did what he did to that police officer whose name is escaping me at the time, who Harrison truly cared for. He cared for that officer a lot because it was his, you know, wrestling coach. We saw Harrison truly disengage from that and realize that he's not like Dexter. But of course, from the letter, Harrison thought dark tendencies. I have dark tendencies. Maybe it's the same, but it wasn't. Harrison needs a therapist. That's what Harrison needs. Dexter, that's something else altogether. And yeah, so I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied with how it ended. I'm glad that there's the end put to Dexter Morgan's story, and Michael C. Hall, what a fantastic actor. I can't wait to see what he does. I can't wait to see what he does next. I've heard mumblings, rumors about a 6 Feet Under reboot, but like, how? If you've seen 6 Feet Under, you know, if you've seen that finale, how? What are they gonna do? So let me know if you've heard about that. And of course, like I said, let me know in the comments down below what you thought of the reboot. Were you pleased? Did you prefer the earlier ending? I had so many questions about the earlier ending. Like, aren't they gonna wonder where Deb's body went? What? That was the big one. And oh, one other thing that bothered me before we go here real quick. The first time we see Batista in this season, when he meets Angela at that like cop conference, and they're talking about Dexter, I think, and he's like, oh yeah, Dexter had a kid. What was his name? Oh, I can't remember his name. And then he finally does. He remembers it was Harrison, but it's like, you can't remember that kid's name? That would have had to have been a big story, you know? And it takes you a minute. I don't know. I was just like, it was only 8 years ago. Not like it was, you know, 30 years ago. So I thought that was weird, but I'd also really hoped that Batista and Dexter would have a scene together before it all went down, but he was en route when it ended. Anyway, I'm going to end this here. Like I said, just wanted to hop on real quick, share my thoughts, and see what you guys thought. And I will see you again real soon with another book talk. I'm going to be doing a book talk on The Sentence by Louise Erdrich. I'm almost done that book, and my goodness, it's so good. So we'll see you then. Bye.